Inslaget presenteras av Craft, officiell souvenirleverantör till HV71.
HVTV presenteras av Invid, Intersport och Nybergs bil.
I think for us lately, we've been playing a really good, solid defensive game, so it should be a pretty, good battle, I think, between two solid teams. But they're definitely one of the better teams in the league. So for us, it's showing up and competing to the level that we know we can play at. And I think not letting small errors into our game.
You have a couple of tough losses the last couple of games here. What have you talked about in the group since the last game?
Yeah, it's small errors. It's things we can control, penalties and other things like that. The last couple of games that have kind of took the wind out of our sails. And I think for us, we're a team that when we're playing hard and playing physical and playing fast, we build off that momentum, and there's times where we get away from that, and I think that's where we struggle. And I think we can be a really good team in this league when we play that way. We see it, when we went on that winning streak, and even in these games, we're losing by 1 goal, but we play really good hockey, and I think it's just like small little errors. Just take those out of our game, and we can be a really good team.
How can you deal with the small errors? What should you do to make them disappear?
I think with our team, it's we talk about everybody buying into their roles, and I think when we were winning, and even in these games recently, everyone's bought into their role, and I think it's every shift you need to be on that role. It's never taking a shift away from that, and every game that we feel like we're dominating at times, I feel like every single guy is bought into their specific role, and they're not worried about points and all this stuff. They're worried about defending the right way, playing the right way, getting the puck deep, no turnovers, and I think when we're doing that, we're a scary team. So
it seems like a huge difference between HV71 last time you played Färjestad compared to now you're facing Färjestad. Tell us about that journey.
Yeah, I think we were a team with no confidence at that time. Like the last time we played them, I remember even going into that game, it didn't feel like our locker room was very confident at all. And I think over however long it's been, a month and a half maybe, it feels like every game we can play to win. I don't feel like there's been a team since honestly that game that we show up and there's a lack of confidence in the room. It's I think every single game we've played since that game has been pretty good. There's been a couple maybe periods where we kind of stray away from how we need to play, but for the most part, I think that game was a turning point for our season, honestly. Just guys figuring out where they need to play in the lineup, how they need to play, and how we're gonna find ways to win. And I think that that was a big turning point, that big loss that we had.
If we look at your start of the season here and your first season here in SHL, you played 33 games now, and you had some big games the last 10-15 games here, Sean. How does it feel to play here now after 30 games?
Yeah, I mean, definitely figuring the league out a bit more. It's different hockey than back home that I'm used to, bigger ice and everything. But I definitely think the last maybe 20, 25 games, I feel very good. Like defending, I feel like I'm I can defend anybody, and my skating feels really good and making plays. I know it's not always on the stat sheet, which I know a lot of guys, including myself, want to see points, but I think there's a lot of little things that I'm doing that are helping the team, and sometimes they go unnoticed, but for the coaching staff and for myself, it feels like every game I'm definitely helping the team win. And whether it's on the penalty kill or blocking shots or breaking pucks out or defending, whatever it is, but I feel really confident right now, and in the team too. It's been a lot more fun the past month and a half, I'd say. Just, you know, winning in this league is so fun with the fans, and you know, telling my parents about it, like, wait till you experience it. It's crazy, honestly. Like, them following us up for a 4-hour road trip, and you know, we have 1,000 fans at away games. It's insane. So I'm definitely getting more comfortable, and it's been a lot more fun.
Yeah, how is it for a North American D-man to adjust to European hockey and the Swedish hockey?
I think, like, it's different hockey. It's a lot more possession based, and I think in North America, the American Hockey League at least, not the NHL, but it's a lot of get pucks deep and just you know, kind of chip the puck down and go after it and try to win it back. Whereas here, it's a lot more possession based and a lot more defending. And I think for me, the first 12, 15 games, it was tough to defend for that long. If you're playing 20 minutes a night, it's especially on the big ice, it's hard to defend for that long. And so I had to catch up a little bit in that way. But also just like learning the ice. It doesn't seem a lot bigger, but then when you're out there, it's a lot bigger, a lot more skating, a lot more room to make plays for when you're defending. And so yeah, I think it took me 12 to 15 games to really figure out how I was going to play. And I think recently it's been, night in, night out has been very, like my level is just, it's been the same every game. So it's been fun and it's giving me confidence, and yeah, it's different, different hockey.
But it seems like it suits you and that you enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been able to make plays, and like passing has been one of my stronger abilities, I guess. But I think here I can really show it just with like breaking the pucks out and being able to make small plays just with more possession, especially with the forwards we have. They find ways to get open, and it's a lot more fun being able to make plays than always just chipping pucks in. And like I said, I know it's not always on the stats with points, but I know that especially with the coaches, they like the ability to play with guys on your back behind the net and win battles in the corner and make small little plays. And it definitely, I think the game suits me a little bit more with the bigger ice, using my skating and size. I just had to figure it out a bit, the first little bit.
If we turn back to tomorrow's game then, against Färjestad, a big rivalry between HV71 and Färjestad during the years. Yeah. We had some good games in the playoffs against Färjestad. What will be the key for HV71 tomorrow, if you have one key?
I think that they love playing offense, and so for us it's to shut them down, right? It's to play our game and play intense, and don't allow them to dictate how we're going to play. We get to dictate how they're going to play. And if we do that, it should be a good game. Perfect. Yep.